Hey guys, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer and welcome back to another video. I live in Washington State and I just want to tell you guys how the coronavirus has affected my way of life. It so far hasn't really done much. Now I don't live in like Seattle, right? I guess in Seattle it's pretty bad, but here where I live, the most noticeable thing is that a lot of different services and stores are closed down. So like where I live, the main shopping district practically doesn't exist anymore. I'm really lucky to have a remote job actually. It's kind of funny. Uh, I when I was working at Walmart, a lot of working at Walmart covered me, right? I was really happy that I had that job at Walmart for a lot of different situations, right? Such as consistent hours, consistent pay, and kind of always having a safety net of cash. And now I've all of a sudden switched to remote work, and just so happens that the whole world seems to be shutting down around me. A lot of restaurants are only doing takeout. I guess there's some laws in Washington State, like you can only have X amount of people on the premises, and you gotta have social distancing and whatnot. So a lot of restaurants are just doing takeout, and it's kind of weird, to say the least. Like it's kind of like there's all these signs, because where I live, I usually say that the town's about 20 years behind, 20, 30 years behind everything. And there's all those like signs that you put the letters in the sign, and then all it just says takeout, and all the fast food lines are only just doing drive-throughs. So the lines are super long. And generally there's less traffic. Like I can go into town at like 5 or lunchtime to go shopping or whatever, and there's way less cars. The other thing I noticed is a lot of grocery stores are starting to. I mean, the toilet paper thing is real, by the way. The toilet paper shortage is completely 100% real. The only thing that I've found so far between, I think we got four grocery stores that sell toilet paper, is I found one that sold like the normal sized 6-pack of Charmin Ultra Strong. That's the only thing I found. And like the lowest of the low end, like value corner bath tissue instead of toilet paper is bath tissue. So that's a thing. You also, there's a limit on buying gallons of water, but there's no limit because there's a big water supply here. There's no limit on bringing your own gallons into the store and refilling them. So that's a thing. It's weird also because a lot of the shelves are getting depleted of resources. And when I went shopping the last time, there was a lot of people giving each other dirty looks. Like it started to become like all right, instead of we're at the store shopping, it's we're competing with each other for resources. And that was a weird experience. I did not like it. I don't like going through my store and having people look at me like I'm about to kill them. It's kind of a weird experience. Not everyone was like that, right? Like it'd be like, I would say, yeah, 1 in every 10 people was doing that. The rest was just like people that are frustrated that things are missing. For me, I live in Washington State, and now there's a looming, I guess for the sake of words, I'll call it a threat. There's this potential lockdown that's going to happen. So that's always nice to wake up every day wondering if there's going to be a lockdown and if I need to go to the store buy more food. Like it's weird because it feels like I'm just paying in advance for food. That's what it feels like, right? Stocking my pantry. I've never really had to stock for like a potential 2-week or 3-week or whatever lockdown. And it's really weird. It's a weird mindset, going to the store and seeing that the only of like the cheaper canned foods is diced mangoes, right? Usually there's like mangoes and pears and peaches and whatnot, but then it's like, well, I gotta, like I look at it and I'm like, I have to buy this just in case, right? And it's a weird feeling to have to go buy things. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. And looking at, all right, my freezer space is X and blah 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 blah, and do I have this and this and this and this and this, like You know, it's fun to do in video games. It's not fun to do in real life. It's really annoying. I mean, more than anything, it's really annoying. And then, I mean, of course, when you go into town, it's like, for me, it's like, I just want to, like, hear news about the virus when it comes out. But it's like every single person you talk to, at this point, the coronavirus comes up. The discussion, you walk around, everyone's talking about the virus. And it's like, duh. You know, I don't want to talk about it right now. Where I live, the internet infrastructure isn't the best, and there's a noticeable drop in the internet speeds. Like, starting to really happen. Like, my friend Forrest, who already doesn't have good internet, is lagging out of games a lot more. For me, I would say there's about a 25% drop. You know, things that uploading videos is taking a lot longer. Downloading things is taking a lot longer. Websites are loading slower. You know, just in general, it's really, really noticeable. I haven't experienced lag in video games yet, thank God, you know. But I told my clients, because I work freelance video editing, I said, hey, stuff's gonna get put out slower because, well, the internet speed is slower. And to briefly touch on that, it's interesting. There's some people that have less work because they do stuff in real life. Some people are giving me more work because they're stuck at home and they are gamers, right? So it's really interesting on that front, how it's like, all right, now I'm working more with this client, or one client is just taking the time to put out more content, right? It's like, whoa, the dynamics of how much time I spend with each person is different. One thing, okay, there's this meme going around that there's Christmas noobs and then there's quarantine noobs. Quarantine noobs exist. Rainbow Six Siege, I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, and in that area of the ranks where new players are, it's a lot easier. Like, it's noticeably easier to go from the noob ranks up to, like, the higher ranks where you play against people that have been playing the game and are actually skilled at the game. Like, it's super noticeable and it's really weird. Like, I'm like, wow, I'm clutching this game and I really shouldn't be, you know. And it's like, I just don't want to. I told Forrest one day, we grinded out Siege. I said, Forrest, I'm gonna do everything I can to get out of this rank because, like, the team comps are whack, right? You get 2 good players and 2 trash players, right? I'm clearance level 201 in Siege, right? They're putting me with people that are just getting access to ranked. Level 30s, level 57s, you know? And, I mean, I know, like, they do it by rank, but they also kind of do it by level. And so it's like, God, there's this guy, you know, like, using Buck and using flashbangs. Like, God, stop! So I'm in a little bit of an interesting situation, right? Because I have asthma. It's very minor. Like, I have this one medication that the doctor gives me that helps my lungs. Like, to my knowledge, it increases their lung size or efficiency, one of the two, I don't know. But, like, if I don't have it, I live with cats, right? And they activate the asthma. I know, it's pretty dumb. But I have to actively, like, set up my life, if I don't have this medication, to not have the asthma go off, right? If I have this medication, it's the opposite. I have to actively have it be activated. But because of that, I'm like, all right, I'm one of the people that's like, if you get this disease, you could die, right? So I'm, you know, it would be easier if I couldn't, like, die to, I feel like it would be easier if I couldn't die to, like, scan through information and be like, all right, you know, because of course with anything, like any event like this, everyone has to shout what they think the information is. And, you know, when it's a situation like this, where this disease, it's accepted, one of the things that's accepted is that if you have, your immune system is compromised, your breathing's compromised, you know, I have to take the information I get very, very serious. And a lot of people in my life that I know aren't exactly very good at dealing with scientific data, I have to ignore. I'm like, look, I don't tell them because that's who I am, and it kind of sucks. And so I just generally try to avoid listening to them about what they have to say, right? But it's like if it's a very serious thing for me, because if you tell me, right, let's just say, let's come up with a mock scenario. If you tell me this thing that can kill me is just another, I don't know, scare, and then I go out and believe you, and then I get it, what happens, you know? So I've been really kind of developing this personality trait of starting to take people who I know, whether it's like someone giving me dating advice and they can't hold a relationship, or someone giving me life advice and I know that they're full of crap, or something like that. I'm really starting to hone in on that skill, because it's like, if you suck at scientific data reading, I should just not believe you, right? If you're a doctor and you tell me that I don't have to worry, it's very different than having someone who like is just part of my family that doesn't, like, that just skews the data and is like, oh, look at this portion. I'm like, no, that's the wrong number. No, I'm not going to believe. I'm going to believe the doctor because I don't want to die. So it's causing a little bit of a rift in a lot of my relationships. So when it comes to interpersonal relationships, I generally avoid talking to people about the virus, you know. But if it comes to like my clients, I'm like, hey, my internet's slowing down. I'm sorry, you know. You're just going to get your project slower, and they understand, and that's really cool, because I really like this virus, for some reason, has been strengthening my bond with my clients, because this is something we talk about that's not work, and it's very much this whole process of, you know, hey, how is the virus affecting you? How is the virus affecting you? You know, like, if I got, like, it's very personal to say I got infected with a disease, right? That's a lot more personal than, hey, your video's going to get delayed. Hey, your video's going to get, like, hey, your video's going to get delayed because internet is blah, blah, blah. And, you know, you start to develop a little bit more of a relationship of not just you pay me for video. So that is how the virus has pretty much affected my life so far. I don't know how I feel about it. You know, I really don't. I've never experienced anything like this in my life before. I mean, I don't think any of us have, like, some sort of disease going through that, you know, is so international like this. And it's a little bit scarier for me because, on the personal level, because I'm one of those people that could die from it, you know? So I've learned, I've been kind of just taking it a little bit more serious than I expected. You know, I don't know if a lockdown's going to happen. I don't know if it's just a scare or not, you know. I don't have enough life experience to know, and I don't think, you know, I don't think any of us do in reality. I really don't. I've seen, you know, I work with business people that are just living life, my parents, older people, younger people. And a constant that I see is that no one knows what the hell is going on. Like, we sort of do. You know, there's bits and pieces that we all know, but then no one actually knows. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. If you guys want updates, I'll give you updates. I will tell you if I get it. Like, if I actually get coronavirus and it's serious, I'll let you know that part. But if you guys want updates about how, like, if a lockdown happens, kind of what I'm doing to keep myself sane. I mean, I practically live at home all the time. I only leave the house 8 times a month, basically. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I'll give you guys some updates and tips and stuff like that. But that's it for this video. Pretty long. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you at living through quarantines, and I'll see you guys in the next video.